Hi, my mathematicians. I apologize for my scratchy throat, but here goes. We are going to solve some long division problems similar to what we've been doing in class. And as we go through these three examples, they're going to increase in difficulty. The process for long division is the same, no matter if your divisor is a single digit, double digit, or even if you increase in that size later down the road. So you see in front of you, you have our DMS CBR reminder that we talked about in class, and we talked about the phrase that can help you is, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers rapidly? I know cheeseburgers is compound, but for that example, it'll be separate. So I'm going to use my pen here and start the division process. So first we divide. Dividing simply means, well, if I have 3 M&Ms, can I take a group of 2 out of it, or do I have to look at 32? Well, if I have 3 M&Ms, I can certainly take out 2. So then I have to decide, well, how many groups of 2? That's the division step. So you have to know your facts. 2 can go into 3 one time. So that 1 has to go above the 3. You want to keep your numbers lined up. Then you multiply. 2 times 1 is 2. Then we subtract. So 3 minus 2 is 1. You compare. This comparing step is simply saying, is my difference from this subtraction problem less than my divisor? If it is, it doesn't guarantee you're correct, but it guarantees you're on the right path. Then we bring down. We only bring down the next digit. So that would be a 2. Now, the last step is R, which is remainder or repeat. Well, I just brought down this 2. I didn't do anything with it mathematically, so I know I'm going to repeat. But here are other ways you can tell. The number down here has to always be less than your divisor. So 12 is certainly not less than 2. And also, if I have 324 M&Ms in 2 groups, would it make sense that only 1 M&M would be in each group? No, so I continue my work. So now I go back to the beginning. Can 2 go into 12? Yes, how many times? So 6. So that 6 goes above the 2, because 2 is the last number in the number down here. We multiply. 2 times 6 is 12. We subtract. I compare. 0 is certainly less than 2. I bring down my 4. I'm going to run out of space. I apologize. We bring down the 4. 4, again, we're repeating because I haven't done anything with the 4, and 4 is greater than my divisor. So we start again. 2 can go into 4 twice. 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm going to have to do this off to the side here. 4 minus 4 is 0. This is a 2 up here. So I compare. 0, this is a 0, is less than 2. I have nothing else to bring down. So my quotient for this problem is 162. And if I wasn't sure, I would check by multiplying my quotient by my divisor. So 162 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. Regroup your 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So when you check using the inverse means opposite, you will get your product should be the same as your dividend. Okay, so let's move on to another example. Again, here is our DMS CBR. This is slightly different because although it's a single digit divisor, the 6 can't go into the 4. It's going into the 45. So we're solving starting with our 45. So again, we're going to divide. How many times can 6 go into 45 without going over? So you have to know those basic facts, my friends. I know that 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 7 is 42. That's as close as I'm going to get. So above the 5, I'm going to put a 7 because we're not dividing into the 4. We're dividing into the 45. 6 times 7 is 42. You write that below. You subtract. Compare. Is 3 less than 6? Yep. So now I bring down this 3. So my new dividend is actually 33. This means I repeat because 33 is larger than 6, and I didn't do anything with this 3 down here. It's just kind of hanging out. I go back to the beginning. 6 goes into 33 5 times because 6 times 6 would be 36. That would be too big. So 6 times 5 is 30. That's my multiplication. You subtract. You get 3. You compare. 3 is less than 6. I have nothing else to bring down. So in this problem, 3 is my remainder. Remainder 3. Sorry, this pen is not not so nice to write with. Okay, to check this problem, you multiply your quotient by the divisor, so 75 times 6. So 5 times 6 is 30. Bring down your 0, regroup your 3. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 3 is 45. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, did I do that right? Oh yeah, 45. But now that I have a remainder in this problem, just like we subtracted to get that remainder at the bottom, we have to do the inverse or the opposite. So we add it to this number and we get 453. So there we have it. Our answer here matches the dividend here. So we know we did our problem correctly. Okay, now I'm going to show you the last piece here, dividing with a 2-digit divisor. Again, same process. You ask yourself the same questions. Can 12 go into 3? No. If I have a group of 3, I can't very well take 12 away from that guy. So I'm going to be dividing 12 into 30. So again, you have to think, how many groups of 12 can I pull out of 30? Well, I know that 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 3 is 36. So I have to go with 2 groups. The 2 goes above the 0 because we're dividing into 30. This is 2, although that looks awful. So let me erase that, write it again. Okay, let's try it again. All right, so this is a 2. Not much better, but it's a 2, I promise. Now we multiply. 12 times 2 is 24. That comes down below. You subtract. You get 6 as your difference. We compare. 6 is less than 12, so I'm on the right track. You bring down your 9. All right. So now you have to go through those 12 facts. And if you don't know, do some work off to the side if you need to. So I know that 12 times 5 is 60. So that's the closest I'm going to get. So I'm going to put 5 up top. Oh my goodness. I promise that's a 5. Okay. So 12 times 5 is 60. You subtract. You get 9. You have nothing else to bring down. So even though it's larger, 9 is your remainder here. And again, you want to always check your work. So to check, we do 25 times 12. 25 times 12. Five times 2 is 10. Bring down your 0, regroup your 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Bring down your placeholder. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 1 is 2. We add them up. We get 300. Oh, forgot to regroup that guy. Okay, 300. Then you add in your remainder, plus 9. And over here, I'm going to write it. You would get 309. Oh, goodness, this tool is awful. Okay, so 309. I apologize. Which is your dividend. So we solved that correctly. So again, the steps of long division. Division is all about making equal size groups. The remainder is the number left over that doesn't make an equal group. Eventually, we will turn this remainder into a fraction because you were saying out of the 12, I only have 9. So we will get to that in another video. Thank you for watching.